discussion and Q&A with our speakers at the end of the session. So we're moving north from Rwanda into Europe, and I'd like to welcome Dauren from Kazakhstan to talk to us about cross-country learning in Central Asia.
Thank you. I'm a little bit changing the titles to post-Soviet state because Central Asia was the part of a bigger country of USSR, and we are quite similar in development and in many aspects actually. I will explain it later. So I'm going to talk about introduction about the region, current state of cancer care, joint collaboration we have in the region, CIS Cancer Congress, EAFO initiated, NCI joint and initiated and joint research we are planning to conduct in our region. So post-Soviet states, it's a huge territory that included 15 countries. 10 of them are members of CIS, and we have local Eurasian Economic Union that is countries that the same as the European Union don't have borders and taxes between each other. Custom taxes. So there are Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Russian Federation, and we all have similar background. Everyone in all these huge regions speaks Russian, except Russia. They all speak their also native languages in any of these other countries. So we have many similarities in how the healthcare is organized. So how post-Soviet states cancer care is. So there's all post-Soviet states has their main tertiary cancer center in the capital cities. There was a separate, a huge cancer center in Moscow that was the central for the whole post-Soviet states. It was an end-blocking cancer center, a setting for around 1,500 beds, huge settings for all post-Soviet states. So there's also a chain of cancer dispensaries, or you can call it hospitals, because they not just follow up, they do the treatment. They do surgery, chemotherapy, radiation therapy. Most of them, very few don't have radiation therapy machines. And all this change was established in 1950s, 1970s. So it was, at that time, it was one of the, I think, best cancer hospital treatment chains in the world, I believe. So despite USSR made a lot of suffering for some of for their population, they did a lot of good things also, you can imagine. So we have cancer exam rooms in primary care institutions. So it's like, it's not a physician, it could be a nurse. They examine all the patients that referred first time to the primary care hospital. Primary care institutions, it's not a hospital usually. So follow-up managed usually by regional cancer dispensaries, or hospitals, whatever you talk, or by primary care oncologists. We have that in our post-Soviet states. It's specialized, trained physician that is usually equally educated as the specialist working in cancer hospital. So we still have a lot of issues. It's uneven coverage of latest equipment. There's an old infrastructure, especially in remote region. Actually, unique network is about 150 cancer centers across 11 time zones, but they are functioning for more than 50 years for now. And many of them are not updated in their infrastructure and their equipment. Of course, there's a good infrastructure in capital cities, but yeah, you see surplus experts in capital and lack of the same in the region. Prevention is screening. Some of the states have their screening in place already, national screening programs, some of them not. Large territory, it's an issue with logistics and access to care. Despite, for example, region can have a cancer hospital, but this region could be as the size of a France, for example. So it's still difficult to access care. Lack of interaction between medical school and research center, and lack of joint research collaboration, despite we have the same history despite even in the same country it could be difficult to organize such things. So we have several joint regional initiatives that I'm involved in, and that's usually most of that we have actually. Society of CIS Cancer Centers. They organize CIS Cancer Congress, the first and the biggest one we had in post-Soviet states. EFO, Eurasian Federation of Oncology, I will explain it later. We have joint initiatives within CIS, WHS, etc. with huge institutions and organizations. And we are launching ECRC for Joint Research Initiative in our region. So the CIS Cancer Congress is the first one organized in our region, but it has several limitations. It is the Congress organized without the proper society, as I mentioned. It's only Society of Cancer Directors, the Directors of Cancer Institutions, I'd say like this. Many years was under the leadership of one institution, and there was a quite diminished interest from some states, but we are expecting large reforms from 2018, hoping we're changing bylaws, and there's a representative here from that organization, and we're waiting for like a rebirth of this society in the near future. One of that, my regional, I was responsible to organize a regional event, so it was organized during the CIS Cancer Congress in Sochi 2018. We've organized a connection with UICC, so they presented. So it was the gathering of regional leaders. I tried to gather head of NGOs, head of regional and central institutions. Most of them are less than 35 years old. And we gathered several people from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, and India also. So what is Eurasian Federation of Oncology? I'm involved in that from the very beginning of that society. We've faced some issues with very low English proficiency in the region, smaller, zero representative in Western cancer societies of our region, despite we're the largest one, I think. Lack of interaction with the rest of the world, and the main idea was to create a platform with equal possibilities of regional and international faculty, share of expertise and knowledge, and we put a simultaneous translation from English to Russian everywhere, trying to make interaction with the Western world and our region. So for now, we've organized a lot of events, and more than 200 for today. And the interesting, the part that we organize doing something different. We started as maybe one of the first organizations that started doing pathology sessions together with clinicians, because we're facing that issue in post-Soviet states. We have very good, of course, in capitals pathology services, and very low in the region. So we try to organize this kind of events together with the clinicians. Sometimes clinicians presented to pathologists, and pathologists presented to clinicians their issues and the application. Also, there's an interesting event we organized. It's a basic oncology course for non-oncologists, and we are hoping that it's also a very important event, bringing non-oncologists the knowledge that how cancer must be diagnosed at early stages, and many other things. And behind these many things, there's a board of directors that was first supported, and Dr. Soma was one of the first initiative of all of these societies. So Eurasian Cancer Research Council, it's a collaborative cancer research. I think I'm falling behind the time, so I'm trying to make it shorter. So we are trying to make a collaborative research because they're lacking almost none in our region. So we are already prepared at least two trials for breast cancer and one for lung cancer. I'm hoping it will launch in next year already. So what about joint initiatives with all of these huge organizations that are present? So I put these two persons, yes, Dr. Edward Trimble and Sophia, not just for example, that networking is a very important thing. And our director, Dilara Kaydarova, because interpersonal communication made a lot of, in our work between NCI and Kazakhstan and the region itself. We, with the efforts of Dr. Edward Trimble and with efforts Safia Michelson, she was responsible. They made a lot of events in our region, and they're continuing supporting us, and they literally became friends to our institution. So I want to encourage people to have good interaction, to have a good networking. And the UICC Cancer Congress is the best opportunity to do so. So we've organized, already organized a set of events. So one of them was International Cancer Control Leadership Forum in Central Asia. NCI was the technical supporter to create a draft of the cancer plan. So they used many directors of cancer centers was there in 2015. There was a joint meeting with Center for Global Health of NCI, IGCS, and Eurama. It was a mix of scientific meeting and for clinicians and the leadership meeting together in the same place. We've separated the leadership meeting here and with NCI. Also, there was a huge event organized together with NCI and Alexandrov Center in Minsk on the cancer screening, of the development of cancer screening. Actually, many people participated in that, and Kazakhstan was one of the leaders in organizing cancer screenings in our region. We're doing it almost for 10 years. And we are making a big reforms from the past and this year. We're augmenting coverage. We've removed prostate cancer screening. We've focused on breast, cervical, and colorectal from this year, and we've been like among the stars on that conference actually, the Kazakhstan participants. So, as a summer, regional activity is very important, and you can have self-initiated collaboration in your region, and it is also very, very good if you don't have anything, or if you believe that regional collaborations are not very good, you can do something new. Get the support from large institutions, as I tried to show on the example of NCI. And sustainability is the goal, because many NGOs are created and closed at the same year and in a few years also. So regional association also have very stronger voice, so try to collect all the region together and to interact with others. Thank you. Welcome to Almaty, to World Cancer Leaders Summit next year.
Thank you so much, Dauren, and we'll take questions at the end. So we move now to Latin America and to Brazil.